So I've been promising you a puja for days, and today seems like the most appropriate day. Like, we've been hearing rumors, and yesterday was a self-isolation, self-quarantine, but now our state is in total lockdown. So we tried to go out and get a few last-minute groceries, and we got them, but there's policemen patrolling the streets, there's people out looking for foreigners, and so now we're really going to be inside for at least a month. It may end up being a month and a half. So every day will come to you with emotions. Like right now, then I feel pretty calm, but even yesterday afternoon, then I was in hysterical tears, and so there's waves and waves, and however I'm feeling then, or Peter's feeling, then we'll bring to you that raw and live. And I just wanted to share, one of my great friends, Nicole, posted online and says she's so tired of all of these calm teachers coming on and bypassing their emotions. And so I want to encourage you to feel into the fear, to feel into the anger, to feel into the unfairness. Like, whatever that piece is, it's there. Let yourself feel it fully and scream and yell and shake your body and like go in the shower. That's how I love to. And I'm just like, let's bring all of this, whatever's there, shake it out, scream it out, stomp it out. Like, allow yourself to feel all of these emotions, because so many of us are so used to tamping down and holding those emotions down, and there's too much. As a collective, there's so much emotion happening right now. So I really invite you, whatever feels good for you, dance it out, scream it out, shake it out, make love to it out. Like, let yourself feel all those emotions. So many of you have met up with Peter and I, or Kai and I, around the world. Kai and I spent 2.5 years doing over 100 pujas in many different communities around the world. And since then he's moved on to more shamanic work. And so Peter and I have taken the torch on doing this beautiful Hindu puja. And it's an honoring puja of adoration, of devotion, of really teaching you to unconditionally receive. So I'm going to invite you, as you're watching this, to imagine that you're sitting across from me and that I am offering this to you with my entire heart and soul. Because I feel like more than anything right now is our capacity to be able to go inward, to be able to receive as a human being, is being called on to expand. Like, when you can't go out, the only place to go is in. And so I invite you to take this in as deeply as you can, enjoying every movement, knowing that everything that I offer you is an invitation for you to love yourself even more, to love all those pieces that are scared, that are anxious, that are like, it's going to be okay in 2 weeks. Like, whatever you're feeling, whatever's there, allow this puja to allow you to accept and love yourself even more, and know that you're okay just the way you are. And I want to start with my dear friend, Fredrik Swahn. He's in Sweden, and that's where he lives. I'm not sure, since we grew up in America and we're in India, but he's from Sweden. And this is a beautiful song that I like to play at the beginning of every puja, and it's called Come a Little Closer. And at this time of social distancing, where everyone's saying, stay away, I invite you to come closer to you. Like, listen to these words. You can even close your eyes. You're not going to miss anything. I'll wait until the music turns down to start the puja.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer. I need you here now, close, just be, without protecting the pain in me. Crushing boundaries, meet the secret we, release and prison past memories. Come a little closer, so I can feel. Come a little closer, behind my shield. Come a little closer, be wild and free. Come a little closer, Diamond, Diamond.
Thank you, Fredrik.
There are boundaries that I don't feel. How do I know when I am
Keshavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. And since we don't have our conch shell to open ceremony, I open this ritual with this sacred bell. May it bless you, may it bless me, may it bless the world with peace, compassion, and more opening for your heart, for everything that's there for you. And we're going to start with the incense stick. And this incense stick is for purity. It's the fragrance. It's allowing you to know that your particular flavor, as eccentric, as weird, as normal, whatever your fragrance is, whatever your flavor is, it's welcome. It's so welcome in this world, especially right now. I'm just gonna let it keep burning because we're outside, and I can. And the second element that we'll work with is fire. And fire is so amazing. It's one of the greatest transmuters in the world. It transmutes, it evokes, it lets go of, and it calls in the things that we're most longing for in the world. And so as I offer you this flame, then I invite you to whisper, scream, whatever words that you're wanting to release, that you're wanting to let go of. Allow it to come into the flame and allow it to burn away. And at the end, then we'll call in one thing that we all want, that we're all invoking. I release the panic that seems to have such a hold on this whole world right now. And I call in peace and curiosity. I invite you to call in whatever you want from all the space that the virus in the world's clearing away. What do you most want? I want peace and integration. Thank you, fire. And now comes my favorite element, the conch shell. When I'm carrying around a whole suitcase filled with items, the conch shell is what I wrap personally by hand every time because they're so special and they're so sacred. And water is also a transmuter, a purifier. It washes away. It washes away anything that no longer serves you. And so as I'm offering you this water blessing, then I invite you to allow any of those stuck emotions, any past traumas that are being reawakened or brought to the surface because of any of the emotions that are happening around you. Like, I invite you to allow this water to wash through you, wash away, so that you can have all of the space for you to be able to be right here. For you to be able to respond from your present, from your mature human self of who you are today. May this water bless you. May it wash away any unhealthiness so that you can be in full health, full vibrance, full radiance. You ready for your own baptism? Just for you to be reborn however you wish to be reborn today. And there's another piece with the water elements. Again, for all the times that we were told that we were too much or not enough, or you need to be quiet, you need to tone down, don't be a sissy, it's not appropriate to cry here, I'll give you something to cry about. Any of those moments that your tears were not welcomed, then I invite you to allow yourself to tap into that. And as I trace these tears on my own face, allowing for any moment that my tears weren't held, then I invite you to go inward. You can watch, or you can close your eyes and imagine that I'm tracing these teardrops on your cheeks and allowing every emotion that you've ever felt and that you will ever feel, every last tear, to be celebrated, because they're yours. They're the pieces that make up you, and they're so welcome. Also hold the collective tears, the collective grief for the loved ones that are sick, that are dying, for the grief of not knowing, for the grief of such rapid change. All the grief and all the tears are welcome on this planet. All those collective tears to my heart. As our heart is the greatest transmuter of all. Thank you, water. And so there's this beautiful rose, and we use a lot of roses in Tantra. Can you guess why? Because roses are so beautiful. They're one of the most magnificent beauty on this planet. But roses also have thorns. And so when you're using a rose, when you're offering a rose as an offering, that you're offering that I see you in your greatest blossoming, I see you in your deepest thorns, and I welcome them both equally. And so as I'm tracing this rose on my body, then Peter's going to play Deva Premal and Nitan, one of my favorite songs. The first time I heard it, then my dear friend Sarah Taub was playing it in New Culture Camp, and it just opened up my heart so much. Because for anyone that's ever been told that you weren't welcome, let this rose, let this song go deep, that you are welcome exactly where you are, exactly as you are. Thank you, Rose.
Broken hearts and broken wings, bring it all, everything, and bring the song you fear to sing. All is welcome here. And even if you broke your vow 1,000 times, come anyhow. We're stepping into the power of now, and all is welcome here. La, la. Father and the Son, reunited, here they come, dancing to the sacred drum. They know they're welcome here. I see the shaman and the mighty priest, see the beauty and the beast, singing I have been released, and I am welcome here. La 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 la. All is welcome here. La 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 la. I stood alone at the gateless gate, too drunk on love to hesitate. To the winds I cast my fate and the remnants of my fears. I took a deep breath and I leapt and I woke as if I never slept. Tears of gratitude I wept, I was welcome here. La 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 la. I am welcome here. La 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 la.
I hope that you felt that in every ounce of your being, and that the deepest shadow pieces and the parts of you that you feel like have never been accepted or never had a chance to be exposed, that now that there's so much chaos happening in the world, there's so much room for all those parts to get to be here. So thank you, Rose. Now Peter's going to offer a piece now that he's added into the pujas. So many tears.
So I'm going to invite you to rub your hands together. Activate the energy centers in your hands. You're welcome to follow along at home. I invite you to pull your hands apart and allow the hands to face the heavens. Back and shoulders are relaxed. Head slightly tilted up, tongue touching the upper palate. And taking a moment just to feel this energy flowing easefully into your body. I invite you to take a deep breath into your belly. Then take one hand and place it on your heart. And take your other hand and point your hand towards your partner's heart. Whether someone is in the room or not.
Direct the energy to someone you love.
And feel their heart. And take a deep breath. And then I invite you to take the other hand that's on your heart and move it towards your partner's face and cheek. And gently caress this person's cheek. Finding little crevices, little places on this person's face that normally do not get touched. While you get to energetically connect in with this person's mind, this person's heart, and their soul. And take a deep breath. And slowly bring your hands back to your own heart. And think of a one-word gift that's alive in your heart that you would like to give to this person now.
Oh.
Once you have it, go ahead and exclaim it to this person.
Hope.
And take a deep breath. And find an honoring way to say thank you to this person.
Our pujas also include chocolate. So as you were looking at the tray, you're like, what is this? Well, this is a Shiva Lingam stone, and these are amazing ritual stones that they use. And this is the Shiva Lingam, or penis, and this is the yoni, or the vulva, or pussy. And so it's the combo of how they interlock together and how we each have both inside of us. And then our big Ganesh and our baby Ganesh. And Ganesha is the remover of obstacles and barriers. And so as they're watching over and offering, again, we have this. We have a Ganesh inside of us. Every single one of us has a Ganesha. And it's there to help us remove the obstacles and barriers that are in our way. And so there's this beautiful piece of chocolate that is here to remind you that in all times, regardless of what's happening around you, then there's a chance to be able to tap inward and take a moment to really enjoy being in this body, to find your pleasure, to find your sweetness, to find that joy and deliciousness in every breath of life, just because we are allowed to take a breath. And especially right now, while the breath of the planet is showing up in the lack of breathing in so many around the world and their ability to even be able to breathe. Then as we exchange this chocolate, and I hope that you have chocolate or a sweet thing at your house, but even imagining the joy of I'm in a body and I can take a breath right now. And then in puja, then we like to offer, if the receiver wants to have this chocolate, then they'll do the international sign for I want chocolate. So guess what that is? That's another deity, and that's Kali. And then you get to enjoy. Just allowing the simple pleasures of life to flow over you, into you, through you. I can breathe, I can taste, I can love, I can feel. Thank you. Thank you, God, Goddess, Universe. Thank you, life. We have one more piece that we want to end with. We haven't finished with the roses yet. And so we're going to play another one of my favorite friends' song.
You're going to have to wait because I got to get a power source. Hold on.
So we'll purify the roses, and then we will play the song in a minute. But as you look at these flowers, and I'm so blessed to have some flowers, I'm going to lay them out to dry so that as I do future pujas, because I really want to start doing this at least once a week for everyone, because my whole spirit has released so much and I'm able to just be here now. And that's the thing with puja, is wherever you start, then you end with so much love, because it's just increased your capacity to fall in love with whoever's in front of you. And ultimately, all of those pieces that they've been reflecting back to you, then when you get up, when I get up from this chair, there'll be so many more pieces of me that I've fallen in love with. And that's the greatest gift that we can ever offer one another. And it's the greatest gift that puja or ceremony have to give. I had my first puja 9 years ago, and Kai Corral called me up on the phone because he was in New York and I was in California, in San Diego at the time. And he said, Monique, I have a gift for you. And I said, oh, what is it? He said, I can't tell you, I have to show you. And so I waited. It was still another 6 weeks before he came to San Diego. And I was sitting, and I saw him gathering all of these things, and we went and we got like 25 dozen roses. I'm like, what are we gonna do? He said, just wait. And so the puja began, and I got to have all of these things offered to me, and I was sitting in the receiver role, and as I got to tears, I was sobbing uncontrollably, and as we got to the rose petals, both tears and laughter combined together, and I realized I am worthy just because I exist. And it was the first time in my life I didn't feel like that I needed to add value to be able to be worthy. And in that moment, and I said, Kai, I want to do these pujas for the rest of my life. And he said, yeah, I see that in you. So I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful that I got to apprentice with him and learn how, and that now I have the ability and the embodiment of puja. So as we finish this last station, I'm going to play another one of my favorite friends in the whole planet. And Thea's going to be doing a concert like in this Facebook Live in the comments. And I'll put her virtual concert that's happening on Thursday. She's a 24-year-old with like a 3,000-year-old soul. And I love her so much. Her music has been so inspirational to me at the best of times. And now it just helps me remember what's important. Thank you, Thea. So I offer you the gift of rose petals and the gift of Thea.
You've been trying to put me in a box, saying this is it, you'll never be enough. Take those dreams and put them on a shelf. And for many years I was holding back, thinking I should be more like this and that. But then I saw the real truth of it all. No, I am not who you think I am. I am so much more. I am one with source. I am limitless, infinite, powerful, abundant, complete from the start. Creator of all I am, that I am. Oh yes, I am, that I am. And I've been stuck in thoughts, doing it their way. Didn't listen to the things my heart would say, letting fear take over and decide. But when I realized that the choice was mine, oh, I could feel a shift and I began to shine, living an empowered, beautiful life. No, I am not who you think I am. I am so much more. I am one with source. I am limitless, infinite, powerful, abundant, complete from the start.
Thank you, Thea. Thank you, each of you, for joining us. Thank you, Puja. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Life. In every moment, we have the choice to decide how we're going to respond. And if the emotions are overwhelming, feel them, go into them, don't try and get past them. Like whatever's here is the gift for you right now. And I hope that you have support. And we encourage you to reach out if you need help. Peter and I are committed to doing some sort of Facebook Live every day so that we can bring you the tips and tools and things that we're using and the things that we found in our life to be able to be present. I love you so much. I'm going to ring the bell to end ceremony today.